I just did a video on unwrapping and sorting out a marble collection that I just bought off eBay, really cheap. I just looked at it, $22 and shipped, and probably about 3 or 4 pounds of marbles. But I'm going to show you right now. These are them. I got these marbles for $22 shipped. The person sells, you know, like junk drawer stuff, the vintage doll, a few vintage dolls, whatever. And they had the lot of marbles that you're seeing here that I bought. And then they had a very similar lot to this in for Buy It Now, which I noticed because I went through the person's inventory and I saw, it's like, oh, they have another very similar lot. If this one's junk, then whatever, I'm not gonna, but I made a mental note of it. And I just did the video a few minutes ago. And this is a super duper vintage. Whoever owned these marbles, these are all vintage cat size. And I kept saying in the previous video, masters, masters, masters. But the other one that I was missing out is these are either masters or marble kings. So I want to make that clarification because I kept saying masters, 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 and I know masters and marble kings are different marbles. I think they do share some similarities, but when they were created and when they were in operation, all that's a little different. So this is the roundup of all the labor from the last video. You should check it out. It's 45 minutes long, but I think it's a pretty good video. Okay, so a bunch of cat size, and so now I have these, and like you can see, like, so the masters and the marble king marbles came in bags, I think in the 60s, and the 70s. You know what? Let me see. Let me just look up marble king. I know masters, I believe, is older, but let me just put in marble king uh, dates. See what comes up. Marble king history. Let me see history. Oh, so it's actually called Marble King USA. Oh, so they have their own. They have their own website, or somebody's has a website. In 1883, somebody bought Marble King. Okay. Marble King has been a contributing sponsor and supporter of the National Marble Tournament since 1968. Marble King was originally located in St. Mary's, West Virginia. In January of 1958, a fire destroyed the factory. So Marble King are old. And let me see if they have. Okay, so check this out. I'm glad. Okay, so I'm glad I did this. Let me just look at so this person has some Marble Kings up. So I kept saying masters, 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 and I was saying masters because I think because of marbles like this with that brushed, I think the brushedness is the masters, but the but these but I kept saying about the cat size, I kept saying masters, but no, these are, and I'm going to show you right now, these are Marble King cat size. Okay, so they got a little picture. If you go to the video, I'm going to show you right now. There they are, and these are the cat size that I have, and these are some of the other types of marbles that I have that I'll show you right now. And then of course they'll have over here. So Marble King marbles are from the 50s. It doesn't exactly say I mean, it says that home. It says art history, gift shop. All right, established in the late 1940s, Marble King marbles are highly recognized and respected worldwide. Discover for yourself why we are known for our tradition. Okay, so these are from this person's lot is from the 40s. Okay, so I'm glad we did a nice little deep dive into this. For the most part, these marbles are Marble Kings. I even think, let me see, do they have pictures here? Products. They show products. Solid marbles, cat size, sparkly gems. Now you see now, I guess this, I don't know if they're still in production. This person has pictures with thousands and thousands. It says Marble King. We are the king of the industry. Call us at, I guess this is Marble King's um, website. I guess they couldn't get Marble King. Somebody else must have had it. See, that's why it's so important. Hopefully no one gets, look what justfound.com. Haha. I don't think I'm ever going to be that big. So it doesn't matter. But so these, I believe, are all Marble King marbles. Now, and the funny thing is, I could mix these marbles up with other cat sites. You can't miss them, man. You cannot miss these. You cannot miss Marble Kings. You can't miss them. And here goes a shoot, and it came with one shooter. So came with, and you can see it's all beat up. So let me finish the story. I get distracted. I know. I'm sorry. So I bought I won the auction. I was like, oh, there's a bunch of cat size. Cat size aren't really worth much, but I was like, there's some of these other marbles that they look really nice that were mixed with the cat size, and I was like, huh. See, and I think these are also Marble Kings, old 1940s, 1950s Marble Kings, and the person that this was not necessarily the person who was selling the auction, but whoever had this group of marbles were all Marble King marbles from probably from their child. Because look, here, let me just pick this up really quickly. These are some of the clears with the shooters. And what happened was you would get a bag of marbles and they would give you one shooter. And the shooter, you can see here, right, matches the regular size marbles, which are all about the same size, 0.64 of an inch. And the same thing with this, with the other cat sign, the same thing with the clears, and we got a bunch of other clears in here. So this was like, and look, they're played with. They're all played with, man. So this was like somebody's marble collection from when they were a kid. And this is either that guy's or person's, ladies, the one who auctioned. They're like, oh, let me get rid of some of these marbles. Let me put one of them in auction. They had the other one and they buy it now. So I said, let me see what comes out of the auction when I get them. And they're all masters. Look at and they're all master marbles. So you know what I did? Of course, I just went back to the person. I just bought the other lot, and now I'll put those with these because they're all the same. They're all from the same person, and maybe even this was his childhood marble collection. Okay. So the mystery of the marbles is solved. These are mostly Marble King marbles. Okay, I think I even said master again by accident. These are all Marble King marbles, mostly. There are some other ones mixed in here, and I don't know if these are Marble Kings or not. I see this and I think it's not Christensen's because Christensen's have the little 9. But I think Acros. I think Acros, AJ. I think along those lines. Which, see now, check this out. So now if you get a marble collection like this, you have to be. So these look like what are they called? Vacors, the Mexican marbles, the new ones they make because all they did was copy. I think they even might have bought some of the machines from these older people, and they copied them, right? So they're like, I don't want to say that even I don't want to say the name wrong. Vacors, even Vacors, they're worth, and they even have old Vacors, I think from like the 80s or something like that. But they still make marbles, and they're, I don't want to say worthless, but they're, you know, they're worth less, much significantly less. But now I know that this is not a Vacor. These are orbs, right? So you don't want to mix up, because you can get this confused with a Vacor so easy. So you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure you put, right. So I have a few. There's not many of these in this group, but there's a few, right? So you put them separate. You want to put them separately so they don't get mixed up, because you don't want to, you know, even if it's a buck versus a quarter, right? And you want to keep them together, right? So those two are similar. You keep them together, and that way you can sell them to get this person here. They, you know, they don't know what they're doing. Bottom line, okay, and that's fine. Most people don't, and that's okay. And I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours just to get to this basic understanding of marbles, okay, which is why most people will not do that. I mean, from here, I'll just show you very quickly. From this is the whatever 200-300 marbles they bought for $22, right? From here, they're going into other categories, and then so on and so forth. And again, you could tell that that's just one group, right? So I could mix those with other marbles that are vintage cat's eyes, and I could pick them out because they're so different. But maybe I'll put them in a separate bag that says Marble King marbles. Okay, so that's the mystery of what type of marbles these are. The Marble King. Some of them might be masters, agros, whatever. Other people, Peltiers, whatever other marbles, Christensens. But for the most part, these are Marble King marbles. So that is solved. With that said, let's move over the cat's eyes. There were some finds in here that were super significant. Okay, and what I'm going to do is, now that we have discovered what type of marbles they are, just to keep this video abridged, we will, in the next part, I will go over the significant finds of this marble lot, and we'll look at them, and some of them glow in the dark and all of that, and we'll get into that in a second. Okay, so come back, watch this video, watch all my videos, subscribe and all of that. I appreciate it greatly. I really like doing these videos, and I'll see you on the next one.